Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for a little bit because I've been going on back-to-back trips, but I'm back and I'm ready to film some videos. I also became aware that if my hair touches the microphone, it causes like this weird noise, so I'm going to try to avoid that. That's why I pinned it back. So today I'm going to be going over some niche designer and Middle Eastern fragrances that I'm going to be wearing this spring and summer. So the order that I'm going to go in is niche, designer, and then Middle Eastern. Alright, so starting off with Dama Bianca by Xerjoff. This is a very light, airy, it's a very pleasant, feminine scent. I would say this leans very, very, very feminine. But every time I wear this, I just feel like a summer day or a spring day when you're out and about and just on a picnic or something, like laying it on the grass, maybe even like Sunday brunch. So the notes of this are kumquat and lime at the top. The kumquat is really present, and that's what makes this fragrance super unique. It's not a difficult scent to wear. It's very likable. It also has violet leaf lilac, Egyptian jasmine, lily of the valley, and then vanilla in the base. I'm not going to go over all the notes. I'm just going to kind of mention the ones that really stand out to me, but that kumquat is really, really nice. But this one for me is safe to wear spring and summer. All right, next up I have Tzigana by Aquaflor Firenze, which is Florence in Italy. I got this in Florence. I feel bad for mentioning this one, but it's really hard to get in the US unless you ship it from Florence, and I think the shipping alone was like $100. I'm really upset I didn't get this other perfume. I don't remember what the name of the other one was, but it was so good. I really regret not getting it because now I either have to go to Florence or pay $100 or 100 euros or whatever to get it. But anyways, top notes are citrus, pink pepper, and cloves. Middle notes are rose, narcissus, heliotrope, jasmine, and violet, and base notes are cumbrette, patchouli, vanilla, tonka bean, and white musk. This is interesting because this does not smell like what you would imagine from the notes. This smells like white musk, soft rose, and violet. Those are the standout notes for me. I don't get any of the pink pepper or clove. It's not a spicy fragrance. I might get a little bit of the citrus peeking through. It's mostly the violet, the rose. It's not a heavy rose. It's more like a white rose, and that white musk and vanilla in the base kind of peeking through. This is a really unique fragrance. To me, this is definitely a spring fragrance. I don't know if I'm going to be wearing it during summer, because when I smell it, it just smells of when all the flowers are blooming during spring. This is what I think of when I smell this. This is a really, really, really good one. All right, next up we have BDK Impadia. Man, this one, look how much of this I've already gotten through. This is a 9ml decant. I got this from ScentSplit. Well, originally, I'm going to do another video on this. I was down in Miami and I went to Osmic Perfumery. Love that place. I'm going to show everything in the video I filmed, but there are a lot of fragrances that I smelled there. They have a huge selection of niche fragrances. It's the most amazing selection you'll ever find. But I smelled this one, blown away. I got a little 1ml sample, used it all up in like 2 days, ordered this, and I'm already all the way down here. So this is a winner for me, and my mom really liked it, and she is a really tough critic. My fiance, on the other hand, wasn't super impressed, but it's fine. This one has top notes of pear, bergamot, mandarin, middle notes of Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, African orange flower, and base notes of akikala wood, vanilla, and sandalwood. A lot of people have been comparing this to Guidance, and when I first smelled it, thought of Guidance. It does have overlapping notes, and to me they're kind of like second cousins maybe. Not siblings, not first cousins, maybe second cousins. So if you like Guidance, you most likely will like this. It's just more of a fresh version of Guidance. Spring and summer for me, this is absolutely amazing. This one I'm going to talk about, I actually ordered from Osmic Perfumery. I smelled it in the store, but I ordered the samples online because I only got 2 little samples when I was actually in the store. But this is Lune Feline and Lune Feline Extrait. It's the same perfume except different concentrations of oil. So I have the regular one and the Extrait version. The Extrait version was the one I was really obsessed with. Really, really obsessed with. I personally like the Extrait a touch more than the original. They smell almost the exact same. It's just The Extrait version, that balsamic note in it shines a little bit more just because it's a higher concentration. You smell them in this one too. If I overspray this, it smells exactly like this. Their note structures on Fragrantica are slightly different because the Extrait only has one layer of notes, which makes sense because of the high oil concentration, whereas the original has top, middle, and base. So top notes are cardamom, cinnamon, and pink pepper. Middle notes are woody notes, ambergris, styrax. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm a little blind right now. Cedar and green notes, and base notes, Tahitian vanilla, Peru, balsam, and musk. This is not a fragrance you would probably think would be a summertime fragrance, but when I sprayed the Extrait on myself, I was in Miami, so it was obviously really, really, really hot. And when I walked outside, it just, honestly, that fragrance just projected and it just smelled so good. It just made all the notes stand out. It wasn't sickly sweet. It wasn't overwhelming. Now, I did pick up a bottle. I got the original, not the Extrait, because I found the original, I think, for $109 on beautylive.com, and the Extrait version was $194, so I couldn't justify the $100 price tag difference just for the Extrait version because I don't like it enough to warrant double the amount. But look how beautiful this bottle is. So gorgeous. Little gold flecks in it. But again, I prefer the Extrait, just like 5% more. The original is amazing. It smells the exact same. It's just a little bit, the Extrait's a little bit more concentrated. So this one's probably a surprise, just based off of the notes, but oh man, wearing this in the heat, just, oh, it's so good. All right, another really good one I'm going to be wearing is Kirke by Tiziana Tenzi. This is a passion fruit heavy fragrance. It's very fresh. It's very fruity, not like sweet fruity, more like tangy fruity, I guess. So it has top notes of passion fruit, peach, pear, raspberry, cassis, and sand. Middle notes of lily of the valley. Base notes of musk, sandalwood, vanilla, patchouli, and heliotrope. Now that I read the sand, it does feel like a beachy fragrance. It's super refreshing. It's almost like the passion fruit margarita. Super good. I also have Cassiopea. Love this one. This one also has a passion fruit. However, it's a little sweeter and slightly denser. So it is good on those summer nights. So this one for me is more of like summer nights or like cooler summer days. And this one is heat summer days. So another one I have is On a Cloud by J-Scent. I am obsessed with like mint, and I don't feel like a lot of fragrances have mint in them, and if they do, they lean really masculine. This is a very sweet peppermint. It just has top notes of peppermint, middle notes of vanilla and sugar, and base notes of milk. It's like a creme de menthe or like mint ice cream. Nice warm summer day. That mint is super refreshing. Absolutely. I don't know if everyone would love this. I wouldn't say this is a safe blind buy. I don't really think any of these are safe blind buys, but I don't hear nearly enough people talking about this brand in general. The other little sample that I had picked up at Osmic Perfumery when I was in the store was Xerjoff Cruz del Sur II. The second I smelled this, I was instantly like, I'm buying this. It has top notes of mango, guava, pineapple, and apple blossom. Middle notes of blackcurrant, exotic, floral notes, violet leaf, and base notes of milk, dried fruits, musk, vetiver, and cedar. It is so amazing that I did end up getting a bottle. I did purchase this off of Mercari, so it was a pre-owned bottle, although it was like up to here when I bought it. I took this to San Antonio with me, and this is all I wore. And this perfume is one that you can get away with year-round, but it really shines during summer just because of those like fruity notes, like that mango and guava shine through. I don't pick up a lot of pineapple. It's the mango, guava, the dried fruits, and the milk that shine through. It's not super lactonic. The milk in there is almost like a smoothie. I can't stop smelling it. It's so good. All right, the last one I'm going to talk about is Initio's Power Self. I also got this little sample from Osmic Perfumery. This is something else. Oh my god, the second I smelled it there too, I was like, I'm gonna eventually get this. It's such a pricey fragrance though, but I'm even gonna spray it on my hand. So it has top notes of pink pepper, middle notes of white flowers, white rose, osmanthus, magnolia, base notes of musk, cedarwood, and ambrox super. This is amazing. This is, oh man, this is spring in a bottle, summer in a bottle, either season. Very, very floral, I'd say. ever so slightly more springy, but this is a heat fragrance. This is a fragrance that's really going to shine in the heat. It is absolutely amazing. It's not super peppery. I don't really pick up on the pink pepper all that much. I mostly pick up on the florals. I'm not a pink pepper person, even though it seems like a lot of fragrances I have pink pepper in them. But this is absolutely amazing. It's mostly the florals that I get. Definitely the white rose, which is very different than the other rose fragrances, and the white flowers. If you haven't tried this one, I really, really recommend this. Even get this on Osmic Perfumery. I think the little decant is like $5 or $6. So I always order from them, just because it's so affordable for these little sizes, just enough for me to spray it. And I do like that now they have the sprayers, because before they were like the dabbers and it wasn't my favorite. All right, I only have one designer fragrance, and it's the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the Eau Intense version. Either one are fine. I've gone through so many bottles of the regular Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue that once this came out, I personally like it a little bit more because it's a little sweeter. But this has top notes of lemon, Granny Smith apple, middle notes of jasmine, marigold, and base notes of musk and amberwood. It is just summer in a bottle. All right, and now I'm going to talk about 5 Middle Eastern fragrances I'm going to be wearing this summer. And this has been getting a lot of traction on YouTube. I smelled this in the Middle Eastern perfume when I was in Miami, and the second I smelled it, I was like, I'm gonna order this one. It is Latafa Atheeri. I know it's supposed to be a dupe for one of the Gucci fragrances that may or may not be discontinued, but this is absolutely gorgeous. Super refreshing. Top notes of passion flower, dewdrop. Is that even a note? Middle notes of orchid and jasmine, and base notes of vanilla and amberwood. I definitely smell the orchid. Just looking from the bottle, my mind honestly instantly associated with honey, which I mean would make sense, like the honeycomb, the bee. It does smell like the sweetness is coming from honey, but it's not listed as a note. I wouldn't say it's super vanilla. I'd say it's like a honey mixed with orchid. In my opinion, this fragrance is super likable. I don't see a whole bunch of people hating it. It's an easy reach, easy wear. I got a lot of compliments on it actually when I was coaching. I coach swimming after work a couple times a week, and I got a few compliments. Yeah, I love this one. Another one that I've mentioned a few times is Musamam White Intense by Latafa. I've actually recommended this to quite a few people. This is easily a year-round fragrance though, but I do think it's going to shine during summer just because the top notes have the bergamot and the orange, which are so refreshing. It does have a lot of sandalwood that does ground it. This fragrance honestly is so good. I've talked about it a few times. You know, top notes of spices, bergamot orange, middle notes of coconut, ylang ylang, ambroxan, mahonial, and base notes of sandalwood, musk, and benzoin. That coconut in there also shines through. It's just like a tropical fragrance that is very grounded in the base. Another one of my favorites is Latafa Peace and Love. Man, when I first bought this was all I wore for like 2 weeks straight because I was just so in love with it. It's such a unique fragrance. Very unisex in my opinion. Top notes are blackcurrant, almond, bergamot, middle notes, rose, tuberose, and base notes of sandalwood, vanilla, and heliotrope. So just like Musamam White, it does have the sandalwood. I would say it's grounded, but to me it just has like an insane freshness. It is so good. To me it's super unisex. Anyone could rock it. I'm also going to be doing a comparison video between this one and the original Swa Malachi, so that one's probably going to be coming soon as well. Latafa Yara Tous. I don't have the original Yara. When I was down in Miami, I was staying with my best friend, and I actually bought the original Latafa Yara for her because she absolutely loved it. And I was like semi-impressed with it, but when she sprayed it, I was like, what are you wearing? And she's like, the perfume it got me. And I was like, oh my God, I have to revisit it. But anyways, this one is the Tous version, so the orange bottle. This has top notes of mango, coconut, passion fruit, middle notes of jasmine, orange blossom, heliotrope, base notes of vanilla, musk, and cashmere. I'm a sucker for passion fruit. I love passion fruit. And this is a very tropical, like summer fragrance. Super summery. It's an easy reach, super inexpensive. It's one I would wear to the beach, or honestly on a really, really hot summer day that I know I'm going to be outside. Super easy to wear this one. The two that I'm probably most likely going to wear on a really hot summer day where I'm outside are probably these two. They're just so good in high heat. And last but not least, I have the Paris Corner Khair Pistachio. Now, based off the notes, it has so many notes, I'm not going to say all of them, but obviously the pistachio and the ice cream are pretty prominent ones. That spray is really good. Yeah, this is a very refreshing scent. So this is a dupe for Kayali's Yum Yum Pistachio. It's a very good dupe for it. I honestly wasn't the most impressed when I smelled the Yum Yum Pistachio, just because based off of the notes, I imagined something a little more dense. It has like the pistachio, the ice cream, the hazelnut, the whipped cream, the tonka bean, the cedar wood. But this is a very, very refreshing fragrance for me. And I think I didn't like it initially because it was so opposite of what I was expecting. I was expecting like a rich, creamy, sweet pistachio, which is not what I got. It's a very light and airy fragrance. So I think during high heat, this would be a really good one too. And today I actually woke up and I got an email from one of you guys requesting this video, and I was coincidentally also planning to film it today anyway, so it worked out perfectly. So thank you for the recommendation. And yeah, but if you guys are new here, I hope you consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one.